Quarantine hasn't changed much for me. Lockdown or no lockdown doesn't make any difference. Because I'm the same, my mom is the same, the situation. Because even before the lockdown, during my exams, I used to stay at home. Being lazy is like my daily routine. I used to do art, paint, doodle, singing, dancing, loving BTS. I still do all that, so doesn't change anything. But like other teenagers, going in the kitchen, experimenting with food, making new stuff, learning, cooking is not my cup of tea. I do what my mom tells me to do, but doing house chores and helping out, that's not, I don't do that. My mom, she works a lot. She is like a superwoman. I tell her to sit down, come spend some time with me, watch movies and web series with me, take a breath, but she doesn't like to do that. I, on the other hand, when I'm working, like making something, doing something creative, doing my art, doodling, she just has to come and peep and see what I'm doing. She doesn't like to leave me alone. She can't keep her curiosity away. She has to come and see, what are you doing, what is happening, what are you thinking, what are you making, oh wow. She has to see it, and I like seeing her surprised expression, when I come and show her, like, mom, see, I made that, but she's already coming and peeping, so I don't like it. I want to see that happiness, surprise face. That's the one thing that annoys me all the time, coming and checking. But other than that, obviously I love my mom.
And struggle is actually absolutely a correct term used with so many songs being dedicated to mother and Mother's Day approaching, and what a wonderful feeling it is of my daughter, myself, then my mother and grandmother, all 4 generations, and we actually understand how difficult it is to be and act like a mother. Well, but my teenage daughter is not a mother and she doesn't understand. So these situations which has already been scripted down are very light moments and quite sober and simple situations, I would say. Otherwise, the teenage mood swings that I face and have to deal with just not require patience but requires a whole lot of other things, and I would not call it a quirky moment, but I would say that probably some of the audience might relate with this, is that the teenage girl that I have was about to give her board examinations. They were already going on and it got postponed. So her quarantine is like more and more going in her cocoon, her shell, her solitude. And as it is, once children come and approach a teenage, that age group, their peers become their pals, and they like not wanting their mothers or parents to interfere a lot. Well, so she just corners me again and again. She doesn't want me to interrupt her when she is doing any activity or watching any video. I know what is the emotional upheaval she must be going through. So one of the quirky situations that though the Korean web series doesn't have much of those steamy and objectionable scenes, but whenever I barge in the room, the video is shut or paused, and otherwise she would pull me in whenever she would want me to see something along with her, but So that's her wish completely. If she would want, she would call me. If she doesn't want, she'd completely ignore me, neglect me, push me out. And especially when her tab lost whole lot of data, her gallery, her photographs, you can very well imagine the plight and the kind of approach, and later on the whole emotional trauma that she was going through. But then she was miserable, rather, I would say, and I need to pull her out every now and then when things get worse and they are not to be handled by me solo. I involve her friends, so I call them up and ask them to call her up to uplift her mood. This is just one thing. I have a list of so many things to deal with. Teenage girls who in this quarantine have not even been able to give their papers, so they have plenty of insecurity regarding their results, their future, their career. Where others have begun with the online classes. Class 10s are something. Special film should be made actually on these. And before we have a quick wrap about our nutrition value session, about our Indian herbs and spices, also let me tell you about Langana. And Langana means fasting. It is more of a control of the urge of eating more. Let's not, in this time during lockdown, try our level best not to cook more, not to feed our taste buds very now and often.
I urgently need it. Your knees.
I see a lot of comments flashing, a lot of remarks. Good, you are enjoying the session.
Mom! Mom! Mama! Mom! Mom! Mom!
What? What?
Please switch on the fan. Mom, you want to watch the movie?
I'm working.
Yum. ये कहाँ से आई?
I'll still be there like a worried mom. It's crazy, but it's love. And I'll do it all over again whenever they ask. I'll still always be there like a patient mom.